दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. Now we have discussed the reactions in which the aldehydes and the ketones differ. We have discussed the polymerization reaction. Formaldehyde and acetaldehyde both undergo polymerization but not ketones. So PAR. Now we will come to A, that is aldol condensation. Seventh reaction is aldol condensation. Means aldehydes form aldol and by undergoing condensation reaction. Hence the product is aldol. The product formed is aldol. Hence the reaction is named as aldol condensation. What is condensation? When two molecules of a substance undergo self-addition to produce a product with elimination of a small molecule like water, then that reaction is called condensation. Water drops condense. That is steam condenses to water. So the steam molecules are there. When the temperature is cooled down, they form the liquid water. Here the same word is used, condensation. So the acetaldehyde undergoes condensation. So those aldehydes which contain alpha hydrogen atom undergo aldol condensation. Now what is alpha hydrogen atom? The carbon atom bonded to the functional group is called this. So when you come to acetaldehyde, this is the HCHHCOH. So this is the functional group. So this atom is called alpha carbon and these hydrogen atoms are called alpha hydrogen atom. So those aldehydes which contain alpha hydrogen atom undergo aldol condensation. Formaldehyde does not have alpha hydrogen atom, so this is formaldehyde. So formaldehyde will not undergo aldol condensation. Question comes in the exam, why formaldehyde does not undergo aldol condensation? Because aldol condensation is a reaction involving alpha hydrogen atom. Formaldehyde does not have alpha hydrogen atom, hence formaldehyde does not undergo aldol condensation. So then what happens? What is this reaction, aldol condensation? When acetaldehyde is treated with, we take acetaldehyde treated with dilute sodium hydroxide or dilute alkali. Dilute alkali means we want a hydroxide ion to carry out the reaction. Two molecules of acetaldehyde undergo a reversible self-addition reaction. To form a product called aldol. So, and this is a reaction involving alpha hydrogen atom, and where the carbanion ion is formed as a reaction intermediate. So we take this acetaldehyde, CH3, COH, this is one molecule, and the other molecule is like this. If you write HCH2COH, I write this, and in presence of we take dilute sodium hydroxide. So this dilute sodium hydroxide is OH ion. As I have told you, this hydrogen atom has a delta positive charge and this has a delta negative charge. And here the oxygen atom is delta negative and carbon atom is delta positive. By this happens. So this OH minus ion produced from sodium hydroxide, what it does, this wants to remove this H plus and takes this H to OH. So this hydrogen atom, it go negative charge, so this hydrogen goes to O, and this is positive charge, so this comes to this place. And this first step is a reversible step. This step is a reversible step. First step is a reversible step. So this is a reversible self addition of two molecules of acetaldehyde. So the hydrogen atom goes to O, this CS2 come to this place. Then what will happen now? CS3, C, OH, this CH remains, then CS2, COH. COH. So this is aldehyde. This is aldehyde, and this is alcohol. So this product produced contains an aldehyde group and it contains a OH group. Hence this group is called aldol. This means contains aldehyde functional group and OL alcohol. OL stands for alcohol functional group, and aldehyde CHO aldehyde group, and this compound is called aldol. And this is an aldol of which compound? Acetaldehyde. Hence we call this is acetaldol. This is aldol. So when acetaldehyde treated with dilute sodium hydroxide, this hydroxide ion catalyzes the reaction. This hydroxide ion only catalyzes the reaction to condense two molecules of acetaldehyde. So how this reaction takes place, how this aldol is formed, if you do the mechanism, if you go to the mechanism of this reaction, aldol condensation, this CHHCOH. So there is always a drift of electron taking place toward this. So there is this happens. So this carbon atom is delta positive, oxygen atom is delta negative. Hence these hydrogen atoms, they have positive charges. So the moment we add a OH minus ion to this, so this ionizes, this OH minus takes out these, all these H plus are their acidic hydrogen atoms. Because the drift of electron take place toward this, so they have small positive charge. In presence of OH minus, they take out this H plus to produce what? So this gives out its electron to carbon and comes out as H plus. So this forms what? CS2 minus COH plus H plus. So this is a carbanion. This forms a carbanion. So this OH minus ion catalyzes the reaction to produce a carbanion. One molecule forms a carbanion and H plus remains in the reaction environment. Now this carbanion attacks the second molecule. So now second molecule of acetaldehyde is here, CS3, COH, and we have a carbanion here, CS2 minus COH. So there is a drift of electron takes place towards this place, and this produces a positive charge and this produces a negative charge. So the carbanion attack takes place at this compound CS3COH to the carbonyl carbon. To the carbon, the carbanion attack take place and it produces a product as CS3. It remains CO minus H, then CS2, then COH. The CH2, COH it forms. Now who remains in the solution? H plus remains. This H plus came out, remains in the solution. So this H plus will now go to this. So this H plus remain in the solution now comes. This H plus produced now remains in the solution come to this. So this produces the product as so I can write it here. CS3, this forms CS3, then this forms COH, then H, then CH2, then COH remains. So this H plus now goes to HO minus. So this forms CS3, CHOH, CS2, COH. You have the aldehyde here, aldehyde group and this product. So this reaction, the mechanism takes place in two steps. First step, the carbanion is produced and proton remains in the solution. In the second step, the carbanion attacks the carbonyl carbon, producing an anion. That anion reacts with the proton produced earlier to form the aldol. So this process is a reversible first self-addition, reversible self-addition. This reaction is called aldol condensation. Now this aldol produced is a very important product. Aldol is produced. Now this aldol so produced is CS3, COH aldol, CHOH, CS2, COH is aldol, and if we heat this, it loses a molecule of water. This OH and H, they go as a molecule of water. On heating, this H and OH go as a molecule of water. Why? Now these hydrogen atoms are alpha hydrogen atoms. They have a positive charge tendency. There is an active methylene group. This CS2 group is what? This is an active methylene group. There is an active methylene group. So these hydrogen atoms are very reactive. Just warming H and OH, they go as a molecule of water. It undergoes dehydration. To produce CS3, CH, double bond CH, COH plus water. This is called crotonaldehyde. This compound, common name is crotonaldehyde, and this is alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. This is the functional group. CHO group is the functional group, and this carbon atom is alpha carbon atom, and this carbon atom is a beta carbon atom. Hence this is called alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. This is a very important product used various reactions. When you will be reading higher chemistry, organic chemistry, this alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde reaction involving this, you will having this. So this is a starting material for preparation of many polymer products, this crotonaldehyde. So the crotonaldehyde alpha beta. So if you want to give the IUPAC name, this is one carbon atom, this two carbon atom, this is 3 carbon atom, this is 4 carbon atom. Hence it is a derivative of butane. At 1 carbon atom there is Al, and 2 carbon atom there is Ene. So it is bute. We will write the name as bute. At 2 carbon atom there is double bond 2En Al. Bute 1, 2, 3, 4. Butene. 2 carbon atom double bond butene, bute 2ene, then at 1 carbon atom Al, so bute 2En Al, or you can write also 1 Al, you can write 1 Al. This is the way it is remains. So when acetaldehyde treated with dilute sodium hydroxide, 2 molecules of acetaldehyde undergo self-addition reaction or intermolecular condensation, undergo intermolecular condensation. This is called also Claisen condensation. This type of clash is also called Claisen condensation. This type of condensation is otherwise also called Claisen condensation to produce an aldol. The aldol on heating loses a molecule of water to produce protonaldehyde. Formaldehyde does not have alpha hydrogen atom and will not undergo this. Now this acetaldehyde can undergo crossed aldol condensation also with acetone. If you take acetaldehyde molecule and we put it this with acetone molecule in presence of potassium cyanide, then this will also undergo in an alkaline medium, this potassium cyanide alkaline medium, then what will happen? This will have crossed aldol condensation. This undergoes crossed aldol condensation to produce the product. And how? Now if you take acetaldehyde, CS3, COH, and we have acetone, HCS2, CO, CS3. Now in presence of potassium cyanide, then this H goes to O and this CS2 go to C. Why? Now because there is a drift of electron here. This oxygen is delta negative, carbon is delta positive. Here H is delta positive, CS2 is delta negative. So CS2 comes to this place, H comes to this place. So we get the product as CS3, COH, H, CS2, CO, CS3. We get the product this. So this contains both acetone and a ketone. Here is a ketone and an alcohol you have. So there is this type of ketone and aldehyde, they undergo this type of condensation is called crossed aldol condensation. So these aldehydes undergo condensation but not ketones. Ketones do not form aldol, but ketones undergo condensation. Acetone will also undergo condensation but not form aldol, will form diacetone alcohol. When you take acetone and treat it with dilute sodium hydroxide, 2 molecules of acetone will undergo condensation reaction. It will undergo intermolecular condensation. It will undergo intermolecular condensation to produce diacetone alcohol. So that produces an aldol and this produces a diacetone alcohol. How the reaction take place? So this is CS3, this is the CS3, this is CO. You can write like this, better, it will be better. We will write like this, CS3, CO, CS3. Now we will take another molecule, H, CS2, CO, CS3. So this is delta positive, this is delta negative, and there is a drift of electron take place. So this CS and here is positive charge. So this CS2 can come to this place and H will come to O. So the product will be now CS3, CS3, COH, CS2, CO, CS3. So this is one acetone molecule, this is another acetone molecule, and here is OH. Acetone, acetone, so diacetone alcohol. This produces diacetone alcohol. So when acetone treated to dilute sodium hydroxide, two molecules of acetone undergo intermolecular condensation to produce diacetone alcohol. This diacetone alcohol on heating, if you heat, it undergoes dehydration. This diacetone alcohol on heating undergoes dehydration. This undergoes dehydration. How? This OH and H, they lose a molecule of water. They lose a molecule of water to form CS3, then we will get C, double bond CH, CO, CS3. So this is called macetyl oxide. This compound is called macetyl oxide. When acetone treated to dilute sodium hydroxide, two molecules of acetone undergo intermolecular condensation to produce diacetone alcohol. The diacetone alcohol on heating, if you heat this diacetone alcohol on heating, this undergoes dehydration. This undergoes dehydration to produce macetyl oxide. To produce macetyl oxide. So this is a reaction of, it's not forming aldol but undergoes dehydration diacetone alcohol to form macetyl oxide, and sodium formaldehyde does not undergo aldol condensation. So this is a question for 3-mark question for you people, aldol oxide short notes on aldol condensation, or you may have what happens when like this. So now PA gone, then comes racine formation. Next reaction is in which the aldehydes differ from ketone is racine formation. When aldehydes other than formaldehyde, all aldehydes other than formaldehyde, when treated with concentrated sodium hydroxide, heated with concentrated sodium hydroxide, form racine. So this is a brown color product, brownish color racine. So this racine is nothing but an adhesive. We are using the adhesives, so those adhesives are prepared from acetal. So when an aldehyde treated with concentrated sodium hydroxide, it forms a brownish racinaceous product. Brownish racinaceous product. How? That forms aldol. That aldol undergoes polymerization. That racine is nothing but a polymerized product of aldol. Aldol is undergoing polymerization to produce racine. Acetone does not form racine. If you take acetone, treat it with concentrated sodium hydroxide, no racine formation. There is no racine is formed. No racine formation. Racine is not formed in case of acetone. But the important reaction is formaldehyde here. When formaldehyde is heated with concentrated sodium hydroxide, two molecules of formaldehyde undergo mutual oxidation reduction reaction. Mutual oxidation reduction reaction called as Cannizzaro reaction. Cannizzaro reaction to produce methyl alcohol and sodium formate. So this is an important reaction for formaldehyde. When formaldehyde HCHO, formaldehyde does not form racine, but when formaldehyde is heated with sodium hydroxide concentrated, it undergoes mutual oxidation reduction reaction. It undergoes Cannizzaro reaction. It undergoes Cannizzaro reaction. It undergoes Cannizzaro reaction this. It will not form resin but undergoes Cannizzaro reaction. What happens when formaldehyde is treated with concentrated sodium hydroxide? 2 molecules of formaldehyde undergo mutual oxidation reduction. Means one molecule of formaldehyde oxidize the other molecule of formaldehyde reduce the other molecule. One molecule of formaldehyde will oxidize other molecule, the other molecule of formaldehyde will reduce the other molecule. Mutual oxidation reaction to produce sodium formate HCOONA plus methyl alcohol. So this is sodium formate and this is methyl alcohol. So there is a difference between formaldehyde and acetaldehyde reaction. Formaldehyde does not form resin, but when formaldehyde is heated with concentrated sodium hydroxide, 2 molecules of formaldehyde undergo mutual oxidation reaction called Cannizzaro reaction. This reaction is called Cannizzaro reaction to produce sodium formate and methyl alcohol. Formic acid, it forms formic acid, then formic acid reacts with sodium hydroxide to sodium formate, and the other molecule you are getting is methyl. This is a very important reaction. Question comes in the exam, write short notes on Cannizzaro reaction. So when sodium hydroxide, when formaldehyde is heated with concentrated sodium hydroxide, 2 molecules of formaldehyde undergo mutual oxidation reaction to produce sodium formate and methyl alcohol. The formaldehyde is reduced to what? Methyl alcohol. One molecule is reduced to methyl alcohol, the other molecule is oxidized to formic acid. So this is called disproportionation reaction. The Cannizzaro reaction is a disproportionation reaction. When the same molecule undergoes oxidation and reduction, then that is called disproportionation reaction. So this Cannizzaro reaction is a disproportionation reaction. So Cannizzaro reaction, very important question. Many often the question comes in the exam, write short notes on Cannizzaro reaction. When formaldehyde heated with concentrated sodium hydroxide, 2 molecules of formaldehyde undergo a mutual oxidation reduction to produce methyl alcohol and sodium formate. So this is what is aldol condensation. Then we'll come to resin formation, PARA. Then comes a reaction with ammonia and Skipp's reagent. So this Cannizzaro reaction, children, you write 2-3 times. Then aldol condensation also write 2-3 times. Make a practice. Whenever you are writing aldol condensation, you give the mechanism to explain the reaction. And there is a you may have a question as a short note. You may have a question. Both the questions you may have short note. And this is all that. So 2 things are remain after, that is called reaction with ammonia and reaction with Skipp's reagent. They are also very important reactions. Next class we will discuss this reaction of how ammonia reacts differently with formaldehyde, acetaldehyde and acetone, and how that Skipp's reagent reaction take place. We will discussing in our next class. Then you subscribe our channel and like the channel, and have any doubt or any idea you have, you just write in the comment box. We will be informing you your questions. Thank you so much for joining us.